We have also the concept of critical value na kanina ko pa binabanggit. When we talk about critical value, it is a line or point that separates the rejection region from non-rejection region. Again, non-rejection region is also called the acceptance region. That passes through the confidence coefficient. Okay, confidence coefficient is the value, which are also called the critical value. Critical values can obtained from the critical values table of the test statistic. If the test statistic is a z, the critical values can be obtained from z table. If the test statistic is z, if we have 30 sample size and above. Test statistics if we have less than 30. So if you have more than 30, we use the z table. And usually, since we have a level of significance commonly used in research, like 1%, 5%, and 10%, we have the critical values can be summarized in this table. So, na-summarize na para sa inyo. So, for the one-tailed test, ang critical value kapag sa left-tailed is negative 1.645 for z value. And for a 5% level of significance, or the confidence level here is 95%. So, negative kapag left-tailed, kapag right-tailed positive, 1.645. If you have a 1% significance level or 99% confidence level, you have a critical value of negative 2.33 sa left, and sa right naman is positive 2.33. Okay? So, if you remember, nung nag-discuss tayo previous lessons, we've discussed na kapag 95% confidence level and you have a 5% alpha level or the level of significance, we have a positive and negative z value, critical value of 1.96. That is true for a two-tailed test. And na-discuss natin that the two-tailed test is used only if we have an alternative hypothesis that is non-directional. So, non-directional, ang alternative hypothesis, gamit ka ng two-tailed test. At kapag gumamit ka ng two-tailed test at 5% level of significance with a 95% confidence level, ang critical values mo are 1.96 and negative 1.96. Nasa magkabilang side. Same through kapag 1% ang level of significance, and then z values mo, rejection regions, are 2.575 and negative 2.575 ang critical values. And kapag 10%, we have critical values of 1.645 and negative 1.645 for a two-tailed test. So again, when the computed value of z lies within the area of the rejection region, reject the null hypothesis. So kapag nagko-compute tayo ng z values at nakuha natin, for example, nasa 95% ka at 5% ang level of significance mo, for example, you have negative 2. Okay? At nasa two-tailed ka. So kapag negative 2 yon, ibig sabihin, ang critical value mo is negative 1.96. So nasa rejection region. So, we'll have another example for that para ma-figure out ninyo. So, for now, this table will help you determine the critical values with respect to your level of significance. So, ito yung kakailanganin yung critical values. That is the point where the rejection region and acceptance region separates. So, ito yung sinasabi ko. In illustration, if we have a one-tailed test sa right tail at meron kang 10% alpha error significance level, ang iyong critical value is 1.28. Kapag naman sa left tail naman is we have 5% level of significance, your critical value is negative 1.645. Meaning, if the computed z value is beyond this, for example, negative 1.9, okay? Negative 1.9. Ibig sabihin, nandito siya sa part na to, you have to reject your null hypothesis. Kapag nandito naman siya banda, like for example, 2, yung computed z value mo, nasa acceptance region, ibig sabihin, your conclusion must be to accept the null hypothesis. So, yun yung silbi ng inyong critical values. Siya magdidetermine kung nasaan banda yung rejection region sa acceptance region. So, graphically, ito yung magiging itsura, ganito, in a clearer view. So, this is the rejection region. Okay, so reject HO, banda dito na, sa shaded part. Kapag z-value mo naman, nandito sa part na to, ibig sabihin you have to accept the null hypothesis. So, we have different illustrations here from one-tailed to two-tailed. Ibig sabihin, kapag two-tailed naman siya, class, as you can see, dalawa yung part ng rejection region, yung shaded part. Ibig sabihin, if we have a level of significance of, in here we have 0.005, kasi nga, ito, na-divide na to. Kasi ito, ang level of significance natin is 0.01 or your 1% or your 99% confidence level. Dinivide sa 2 kasi nga two-tailed para magkaroon ng 2 rejection region. At ang critical value mo for that is z is equal to 2.575 or negative 2.575. Please refer sa table na present ko kanina. Okay, so yung table of values, eto siya. So, refer natin dito. So, pag 1%, we have 2.575 or negative 2.575. So, no need na ilagay yung ni-divide nyo na alpha na 0.005. Kasi, saan galing tong 0.005? Galing to sa, pag-divide natin yung alpha significance level natin na 0.001 pag divide natin sa 2.005.005. But no need sa mga solutions niyo na inilalagay ito. As long as you plot correctly yung critical values. Yan. So, dito, 5% na two-tailed, negative 1.96 and positive 1.96. Dito naman, two-tailed na 10%. So, critical values are negative 1.645 and positive 1.645. Clearer view, ito siya. For a 95% confidence level, ito yung acceptance region, rejection region. For a two-tailed test, dalawa. Ibig sabihin, dalawa yung rejection region part. So, yung mga gustong mag-manual compute, you can refer to this. So, for example, we have a 95 confidence level and we have two-tailed test. Gagawin mo lang 0.95 divided by 2. So, we'll get 0.4750. So, 0.4750, hahanapin ninyo sa table asan yung area ng 0.4750. If you notice, nasa 1.96 siya. Okay, 0.4750. So, 0.4750, ang z-value niyan is 1.96. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng positive and negative 1.96 na value doon sa ating, na critical value sa ating table. Same true sa ibang level. Okay? So, for 99%, since walang exact value, okay, walang exact value for 0.4950, kaya kinuha yung dalawa, 0.4949 and 0.4951, and then divided by 2, averaging, kaya nagkaroon naman tayo ng 2.575 for 99%. So, ayan yung mga illustration natin. And for the last one, the decision rule, if your computed statistics is found in the rejection region, then you reject the null. And if it is found outside the rejection region, accept the null. Sabi ko nga doon sa una pa lang that we create the null hypothesis, it is because if we want to accept it or reject it, doon tayo sa null hypothesis for our decision making. Okay, I hope that's clear to you. Thank you so much for listening. Again, these are the illustrations ng mga different rejection region with their corresponding critical values and with their corresponding level of significance. So, one-tailed, right-tailed siya, 2.33 with a level of significance of 0.01. And then we have this one. So, you can just browse your modules for that. Our summary for today's session is about the statistic. The statistic is used as a basis for deciding whether the null should be rejected. Okay? Rejection region, non-rejection region. Non-rejection region is also called acceptance region, and then the critical value. the set of values of the test statistics that separates the rejection and non-rejection region. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you learned something from today's session.